Dreadnoughtus, the fearless giant of the Cretaceous. Over 77 million years ago, long before humans were even an idea in the imagination of evolution, a massive creature slowly strode across the flat, untouched lands of ancient South America. Each of its steps shook the ground, while toppling trees and sending other animals scrambling to get out of its way. Not because it was aggressive, simply because it was so big. This magnificent creature was called Dreadnoughtus, a name that means fears nothing, a title more than fitting for its size and power. Let's travel back in time and uncover the incredible story of one of the largest land animals to ever walk the earth. A giant from the Late Cretaceous. Dreadnoughtus lived during the Late Cretaceous period, around 77 million years ago, in what is now Patagonia, Argentina. At that time, Earth was warm and fertile, covered in dense forests, floodplains, and winding rivers. Ideal conditions for colossal plant eaters to thrive. In this prehistoric world, herbivores weren't weak. In fact, they were the silent kings of the land, commanding space through sheer size and strength. Dreadnoughtus was one of them, perhaps the final boss of all giants. Unbelievably massive, like a creature from myth. Seeing a Dreadnoughtus would feel like witnessing a creature from legend. It was a massive dragon-like dinosaur from the ancient world, stretching up to 26 meters, 85 feet in length, about the length of a basketball court, and weighing around 65 tons, or the equivalent of 12 African elephants. Its body was a masterpiece of nature, a long, towering neck that allowed it to reach the treetops without moving its heavy body. Thick, pillar-like legs, each footstep pounding the earth like a war drum. A powerful tail, which could whip like a weapon to fend off attackers. And though its head was small compared to its body, it was perfect for stripping leaves and steering its flexible neck. In 2005, when a team of paleontologists uncovered the fossilized remains of Dreadnoughtus in Argentina, they were stunned. Over 70% of its skeleton, excluding the head, had been preserved. An extraordinary find for such a large sauropod. Even more shocking, the scientists realized that the individual they found wasn't fully grown. That means it could have grown even larger.
Habitat.
The fertile plains of ancient Gondwana. Unlike the arid Patagonia of today, the ancient landscape was a lush, green world teeming with vegetation and water, where Dreadnoughtus and its herd could roam freely in search of food. Its diet consisted mainly of leaves, ferns, ancient mosses, and gymnosperms, plants typical of that era. Thanks to its long neck and spoon-shaped teeth, it could munch through hundreds of kilograms of vegetation daily without moving far. Due to its sheer size, Dreadnoughtus had virtually no natural predators. Even large carnivorous dinosaurs like Abelisaurus, known to inhabit the same region, wouldn't dare challenge a fully grown Dreadnoughtus. With a body like a living fortress, it truly was the creature that feared nothing. Behavior. A gentle giant wrapped in mystery. Dreadnoughtus did not hunt, roar, or chase. It was a peaceful herbivore, living in herds for protection and support. The adults often surrounded the younger ones, forming an enormous moving circle of safety. Interestingly, despite its long neck, the internal bone structure of Dreadnoughtus was designed for efficiency. It could raise and lower its head with minimal effort, a clever evolutionary solution for an animal that consumed massive amounts of plant matter each day. Strange facts and tragic extinction. What made Dreadnoughtus especially famous was that its measured size is one of the most scientifically accurate among giant sauropods. Many other candidates for largest dinosaur, like Argentinosaurus or Patagotaton, are based on fragmentary fossils, making their actual size uncertain. Dreadnoughtus, however, is one of the most complete skeletons ever found from this group. giving scientists valuable insight into how these giants moved, grew, and survived. But even a creature this grand couldn't escape fate. Around 66 million years ago, a giant asteroid slammed into Earth, triggering a chain reaction of disasters. Volcanoes erupted, climates changed rapidly, plants died off en masse, and food chains collapsed. Like so many others, Dreadnoughtus vanished, marking the dramatic end of the reign of dinosaurs that had lasted for over 160 million years. Legacy of the Fearless One. Today, when we look at the massive fossilized bones of Dreadnoughtus, we can't help but marvel at the idea that such a creature once walked our planet. Though it disappeared tens of millions of years ago, Dreadnoughtus still makes us look up, wonder, and imagine that once Earth belonged to giants. A time when creatures longer than a train, heavier than a tank, lived peacefully in ancient forests, feeding on trees, traveling in herds, and walking like nothing in the world could scare them. Dreadnoughtus, more than just a name, it stands as a symbol of grandeur, resilience, and wonder in the prehistoric world.